winner slot in the semifinals. If round two ends in a tie, the game goes into a sudden-death tiebreaker. But the first contestant to answer correctly wins. So get ready, contestants. May the billionaire Quiz odds be in your favor. Alright, so we're all set for round number two. But remember, once again, contestants, you have to wait for me to acknowledge you before you give your answer. Otherwise, you forfeit your chance. Okay? So, let's begin with round number two. History. Fill in the blank. In her often quoted line, author historian Carmen Guerrero Nakpil summarized Philippine colonial history as, quote, 300 years in a convent and 50 years in blank. 300 years in a convent and 50 years in blank. Landmark? In Uncle Sam. 50 years in Uncle Sam. That's not right. Raven? Prison. 50 years in prison. You know, I would have considered that using a different ideological perspective, but no, that is not correct. Arlas, what did Carmen Guerrero Nakpil say?
In Spanish colonialism.
That is incorrect. You're almost there, Glenmar. You said Uncle Sam, but that's not what she said. 50 years in Hollywood, okay? Because under U.S. colonial rule, Philippines was introduced to pop culture, introduced to show business, introduced to film, sports, so on and so forth. So Hollywood is the answer. Next question. Science and technology, or space exploration in particular. In 2012, everyone's interest was piqued when this NASA rover took a self-field surface of Mars. What's the name of this inquisitive car-sized robotic vehicle? The nickname of that vehicle. Not something you would know? You guys were alive in 2012. The answer is Curiosity. The name of the rover was Curiosity. That's why we call it an inquisitive robotic vehicle. Next question. Let's dive into visual arts. The famous sculpture, The Thinker, by Auguste Rodin, was originally titled The Poet, as it was intended to depict what celebrated author. Auguste Rodin's The Poet was originally referring to who? Landmark?
Hans Carlsen Andersen.
Hans Christian Andersen, or you said Hans Carlsen Andersen. Oh, that's not wrong at all. I don't know who that man is. Any Ireland's? Who is this poet? Give it a shot, Raven.
Edgar Allan Poe.
Edgar Allan Poe? No? Any poet? Oh, no answer. The answer is Dante. Dante Alighieri of the Divine Comedy, the Italian Renaissance poet. That's Dante Alighieri. Alright, let's move on to the next question. Let's dive deeper into mathematical etymologies. The terms in mathematics make it simple. What term for a sequence of instructions used to solve a math problem is named after an influential Arab scholar of the Middle Ages? So look at the term, not the scholar. Though the scholar's name is related to the term. Landmark.
Algorithm?
Yes, it is algorithm. Named after Muhammad al-Khwarizmi. The al, of course, is the Arabic part, right? Algebra, algorithm, from Arabic, and yes, he was the father of algebra. Okay, let's go to the next question. Question number 5 is in endangered creatures, also known as the scaly anteater, and highly prized for its meat. What is considered as the most trafficked mammal in the world? Ireland's
Blue whale.
is it the blue whale? No. Scaly anteater. Anyone? Raven?
Eagle.
No. Landmark? The tip of your tongue. Time's up. The answer is pangolin. The pangolin. Very popular in Asian animal markets. Okay. Let's go to the next question. This is in languages. Once dominant in the Middle East, but now almost extinct. What specific language was spoken by Jesus Christ? Almost gone today, David.
Latin.
Was it Latin? No. In the Catholic Church, was it Latin? Not Jesus Christ. He did not speak Latin. Time is up. The answer is Aramaic. Very few people in Syria or in parts of Lebanon speak that today. Okay, and in Palestine. Okay, let's go to our next question. This is a billionaire booster question. And this time we're doubling the money, doubling the chance to earn more points. It's 4,000 pesos for this correct answer. Okay, he became the first American to be awarded Philippine citizenship in 1936. Who was his former Governor General of the Philippines? Arlen, for 4,000.
Fidel Ramos.
Was it Fidel Ramos? That's not correct.
Douglas MacArthur.
Was it Douglas MacArthur? No.
Fidel D. Ramos.
That's wrong. They're just completely hard to say. No, it's not Fidel Ramos. It was F.D. Harrison, Francis Burton Harrison. He was given dual citizenship or awarded Philippine citizenship in 1936 because of his Philippinization program, preparing the country for independence after colonial American colonial rule. Okay, let's go to our next question. Question number 8. This is in chemistry. Because it's safe and it can be generated rapidly by a chemical reaction, what gaseous element is used in airbags? Glenmore.
Nitrogen.
It is nitrogen. That's 2,000 points for you. Glenmore is pulling away from Arlen's. He now has 8,000 points. For Arlen's, a lot more questions to go. 4 more left. Let's go to our question number 9. This is in Signs and Symbols, whose image was created in 1908 by renowned artist Jorge Pineda in an editorial cartoon for the Philippine Free Press Weekly News magazine. Arlen's.
Albert Einstein.
Was it Albert Einstein? No. This is in the Philippines, by the way. Glenmar.
Mother Mary.
Was it Mother Mary? Mama Mary? No. I was hoping you'd say you'd mention a Filipino character.
What's that result? What's that result?
At least that comes closest. It was actually Juan de la Cruz, a fictitious character. The everyday Filipino is Juan de la Cruz. His caricature, his symbol, his image was created by Jorge Pineda way back in 1908. That's why we know Juan de la Cruz of it. That's the question number 10. This is a mental map. You may also go on to mental map. You can do written solutions if you want. I'll read the question twice. In a volleyball game, each player shakes a hand of 5 other teammates exactly once, only once. How many handshakes are there in all? Yeah, in a volleyball game, each player shakes a hand of 5 other teammates exactly once. How many handshakes are there in all? Time starts now. You don't actually have to solve for this. Denmark? Is it 20 times that hands were shaken? No. Rehel? 14. That's not correct. You need to stop the Arlen's going to catch up with Denmark. I just make a guess. 10. Is it 10? No, it's not. It's 15. You could have done very close, Raven. That was very close. Just one handshake away. 15 plus 5 plus 4 times plus 3 times plus 2 times plus 1 time equals 15 all in all. You missed it by 1 shake of a hand, Raven. Okay, this is where you're at, Arlen's. You need to answer these 2 next questions correctly to tie with Glenmore. Okay, let me look at the tiebreaker question. Glenmore is smooth sailing from your own. Let's go to our next question. These are geographical names. What do the following place names have in common? East Timor, Sahara Desert, Laguna Lake, Isla Puro. What do they have in common? Arlen's, you need his value.
ASEAN.
Are they in the ASEAN? Not sure what Sahara Desert is, but no, you're wrong.